Hey guys, welcome back to City Girls with Country Roots. This is going to be the part 2 of a video that I released just the other day, but it started raining, which of course you could hear the rain even on that video. But anyway, we're going to kind of continue a little bit of the garden tour that I'm doing, just kind of let you see what's going on in my garden. But also, as I was saying, with the hurricane and stuff, even though we were here in Kentucky, we did end up getting part of the remnants of that. And please forgive the background. It says I am in the city. We did end up getting some of the remnants of that hurricane. In fact, we got the end of it, and I was like, well, Lord, if that's the end, we'd hate to see the beginning because of everything that happened. But I still say, like, after good rains or storms or anything like that, it's still always good to come out and check your garden. But anyway, this would be one of the cabbages, and he is, yes, good and ready to be harvested. I may do a harvesting video now with him because he is definitely more than good and to be harvested. This is a cucumber. It's the only one that survived. I planted it earlier, and I didn't think none of them survived. Here's some more of my cabbages, and what I'm doing is I'm checking their heads. That one will probably be next. He's actually pretty good and everything. You'll see some of the damage. Some of that has come from the white butterfly, but other parts probably from snails. There's a little bit of everything that goes on in your gardens. Let's see, this one is a weird feeling head, but I think it's coming. Of course, no garden is complete unless you have a little grass to pull out of it. This one is actually ready to go too, I think, more say. I planted, yes, like 6 or so of these in this little bed here, along with my oregano, and I thought that they would be out of this bed way sooner than what they are and everything. And I'll shoot you up to the sky. As you can see, we have another amount of rain that's coming. In fact, we're due to get rain every day this week, just about. I think except for maybe 1 or 2 days. But other than that, we are 60% today. I think maybe 20% the next 2 days, and then after that is 60 and 70% thereafter. This is kind of finishing up the rest of the kohlrabi and everything. And I will start going through here and finish pulling out some of the rest of them. I need to actually take time and start to clean out some more of these. I think that one is still, that's still a pretty good looking one in there. But it's just time to take them out. And I'll probably put some more like green beans and everything into this area. I have like a little baby ones. But I will say, with this being my first year of growing them, I'm definitely impressed. I mean, I've been harvesting off of this bed for quite some time. Yes, you can hear Dolly in the background. I need to come out here and harvest some more of my strawberries, because we still are getting strawberries like crazy, as you can see. It's also time we start to get ready to think about doing a little bit of my fall planting and what I'm going to put out here for this fall. We'll make our way around to one of the other beds real quick. Over here, let's just gravitate back to this one. I had originally planted some pole beans in there, and I had soaked them, but I really think what happened was I caught myself doing a fast soaking, so I ended up using some hot water that had been on the stove. And since wasn't cooking the beans, I just need to soak the beans. This is the first time I ever did that, as far as putting that type of temperature hot water. I think I ended up cooking the beans, so they did not germinate. So I have now replanted them. I didn't put any inoculant in there because I don't think they're going to have a hard time coming to pass with that strawberry up in there. As far as actually germinating with as much rain as we're having at this point. So I didn't worry about that. We're walking still past part of my strawberry bed, but it's also my asparagus bed. And this year my asparagus have just been how? Oh, now this honey is a big old weed. How did you get up in here? Let me help you out of there, though. Nope, leave my dirt, though. Leave my dirt. You don't get to take that with you. But um, they just been kind of hum-ha. And what happened is when they started actually growing, yeah, we do actually get a little tease of sunshine. This is that it got real, like, warm real quick, and then we had a big frost that came through. And with that big frost that came through, I mean, like, it was a serious late frost for May, and it just froze all of them. So they should make a comeback for next year. I'm actually out here on my woven ground cover, and maybe today, if it doesn't continue to rain, or if I can be in between some of that, in between storm, I am going to get out here and start dropping what poor plants I can in. As you see, the one good thing about this woven ground cover is that you literally only get weeds where usually there is a hole. So there might be a little bit of grass like right here and stuff, but you see how easy that is just to pluck out of there. And what I'm going to do, because I haven't had a chance to pull this up and set because of my hand this year, the only thing I'm going to do is take and add a little bit of extra amendment to it. You can see the dogs. They're out here with me right now. I'm just going to add a little extra amendment to it and then to my fertilizer hole and just go for what I know, so I can just go ahead and get these plants out here. I think with the last video we ended with, oh, that's a cute little bee. We ended with the fact of me coming over here to the cucumbers. And so we got a ton of blooms. I don't see currently any female blooms, and forgive Asher, he's in the back. He's a little vocal this morning. But this storm, I mean, literally like knocked my poor cucumber plants off their trellis here. So what I'm doing is trying to kind of re-trellis them back up. And what you see too is like all the sweet potato vines vining. You see the green beans and all their blooms and with their little beans. Let's see if we can get in here and really see some of the green bean blooms and stuff. Yeah, you probably should be able to see a few of those, like right there. Let's zoom in. So, I mean, them beans will be coming on. And I got some over there to pick anyway. That's Asher and them are fussy. This is one of these snackable peppers. He is now basically red, so I really need to pick him. But this little plant here is just loaded full of little snackable peppers. I said I need to definitely take and get all my poor little... Oh, well, here is a baby cucumber. Hold on, y'all. It hasn't opened up yet, but that's what... Let me see if I can get this right to where y'all can actually get a chance to see it. Okay, we got to move that there. As y'all know, I don't do edited videos, so you get everything as if we was doing it live. So that is what that's what a cucumber looks like. Like if you know that that's a female. And so the flower on this hasn't opened yet. Whereas like right here, this is a male because it doesn't have a fruit behind it. Yeah, you can see right here. See, it doesn't have a fruit behind it. So that's how you know that that's a male. But I do have at least one female. And I think I actually have a female that's actually open. I do, guys. I do. Look, right there. So hopefully that one will get pollinated. If not, I can cheat a little bit and just take one of the males that's already open and stick it down in there and fertilize it myself to ensure that. Right now, I am trying to just kind of get some of their vines pulled back up here, because it makes it so much easier when you're actually trying to find like your cucumbers and different things like that. But I may actually take and do that real quick, is take one of the males, since that female is open, and go ahead. Oh, I see two females actually. And fertilize that. Then again, it might be the same female with me moving the vines. it looks like a different female. Who knows? Because that does happen too. Well, since I'm down here pulling vines and everything else, that you can look up and it's actually just the same female, but now it's been moved. No, it's actually a different one. I just eyeballed the next one. So yeah, no, it is actually a different one. Let me see something real quick, guys, because I see that I have a blossom right there. But that one just like fell off, so I'm not too sure about that. But what I may do, as I said, is come around here real quick. See, this one is open. So the only thing I have to do is pick it, and I'm going to take the little petals. And you can do one of two things. You can pull it off, or you can take and pull it back enough. But the thing is, I want to expose basically the organ that would be used to take and fertilize my female one. And we're going to turn around and we're going to kind of hand pollinate this. And what I got to do is, let's see if we can get in here without the sun too much. Okay, what we need to do is take the male. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can get you a good angle because I'm trying to make sure the sun is not blinding you all and that you can kind of see what's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to just take this male and I'm going to introduce it inside of the female, like around around the area there, with hopes that it will fertilize this cucumber. And you can do that to them. You can do it to your squash plants and everything. So you can try to help ensure that you get a cucumber or a squash or whatever. So that's what I'm actually doing. I'm not sure if you're catching this on camera or not, but I'm just kind of going through and dipping and dotting it in and around. And I'm hoping that, like with my friendly little bees, that they will come in and help take care of the rest of that and everything. But right here, of course, is the sweet potatoes gone wild. They're coming every which way and everything. And so I thought we'd get this done for the next round of storms. But here's just another view of my cucumbers right now. I can't wait to get a fresh homegrown cucumber and everything. Let me see. I'm trying to see where else. Because right now we got the cucumbers, they're vining. You got the sweet potatoes, and they're vining. So there's a lot of viney stuff that's going on through here. So as you can see that. So here's some beans. And I have some green beans that are actually ready to be harvested. And so this is what you call definitely like intercropping multiple vegetables and things together. Some of it helps to help each other with growth. Other things sometimes help to bring pollinators. Other things help to distract the bad bugs from from some of your other things. Now, I found it doesn't really matter too much when it comes to. We're going to go ahead and harvest that very easy. You just pick them off from the stem. I found that when it comes to that daggone green bean beetle, as I showed in the other video, that it doesn't matter almost what you have them hidden in with, because trust me, I have done some immaculate hiding and stench sprays and everything else, from spraying with a little bit of lavender to spraying plants with mint, because a lot of times a lot of bugs don't like mint and different things, and they don't really like lavender. So I'll spray with that, try to hide my plants, and certain things like them daggone squash bugs and the Japanese bean beetle, they don't care. They still find your plants. So the best method to control them, I find, is like either A, timing your season accordingly, or B, just go ahead and getting, pull them off, having your little thing of soapy water, everything. And another reason why I'm going ahead real quick, since I'm still talking to you all while I'm harvesting these green beans in my hand, is that I find that, and this is true about your green bean plants, like this one has a ton of beans. Some of them are ready, some of them probably could have stayed a little bit more, but as many beans as that one had on there, is that with green beans and stuff, if you don't go in there and start harvesting them, the bean plant will stop making beans because they feel like it's ready in its cycle. So you do sometimes, even with a couple that may not be quote unquote completely ready, sometimes you need to go ahead and pick one or two of them so that plant knows that, hey, I'm not just down here producing in vain. They are going to harvest me and stuff. So I'm doing it to kind of go ahead and get them to know to keep harvesting. And I'm also doing it while it's not raining. A lot of times you do not want to harvest too much of your harvest while it's raining, or if it has rained a lot. Right now we're kind of dry, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And the reason being is you don't want to set your plants up for like extra diseases and things like that, because that's a good way to invite unnecessary disease into your plants and stuff. So there's a lot of times where they'll tell you, hey, don't harvest while it's raining, or don't harvest when it's wet. But the trick to it too is you got to make sure that you are harvesting, and sometimes you don't always have a choice but to harvest when it's just semi-dry, like kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to harvest these, and I did not bring out one of my buckets, but that's okay. But look at that bean, y'all. Can you see it? Let me see if y'all can see that bean. I think there it is. See that? Ain't it beautiful? Trust me, there's nothing like homegrown green beans. There's nothing like just having fresh vegetables from your garden. Oops, I think I got too much of that one. But I'm not going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and kind of like stop right there because my hands are a lot more fuller than I was expecting. So I'm going to have to take and definitely go in there and get something. Oh, I pulled off one and lost one of my babies. See that? Okay, I'll just throw it over there for now. But yeah, so you want to definitely, get your harvest on as you can. As you can see, some of the puppies are out. There's Bo, there's Asher, and there's Sarah. So, but yeah, that's it of the big garden. I will have to take y'all over to the little garden. I probably will do a total separate video for that. Just because we got to talk about everything that's going to have to now be transitioned over there. Plus, I need to, while I'm out here, go ahead and water some of my plants that are in the greenhouse and everything while, oops, y'all, I was trying to mess with my little garden thing and I pulled it off. So yeah, but here's once again my little squashes and zucchinis that I've had to transplant real quick. I think they're trying to make a comeback. Yesterday I finally did get those lima beans planted in here. And right there is some actual lettuce and different things. So that's that. Please forgive my neighbors. They be loud. Even though she's inside her house, she's got her windows up. So y'all might be picking up part of her conversation. And it feeds through. But so there's some of those pepper plants that was given to me. I said, here is, it's loaded with blooms. I said, these two small tomatoes that were in a too small container. This one has bloomed a lot since the last video. Yeah, it's opening more. That's that 8-ball. But so they are kind of, they still trying to hold on. A lot of times your plants will go through what's called transplant shock. And so sometimes it takes them a minute to readapt to being moved. But I think they're actually, for the most part, making a comeback. I still haven't had a chance to sit this one back up yet to get him up and upright. I've definitely got to do that. And I got to get in there and do a little bit more trimming on him because I see he's got a little bit of disease stuff going on. So I need to definitely handle that. So here's this big mamma jamma. It's called Dark Star. And yes, you can grow your zucchinis and squashes in containers. I'm doing mine, as you can see, in both regular containers as well as fabric pot containers. Here's another one of those tomatoes from the Raging. And I said my sweet potatoes that I'm currently testing out this year, growing them in the fabric grow bag, besides the ones that are out there as well. And I said, here's some more of those transplanted zucchini. So I'm thinking everybody's going to make a pretty much so full recovery. Hopefully we'll get, several fruit from each. And I'm thinking about actually taking and planting a couple more seeds back out there to see about it. Because I said, certain times of the year and season, you don't have to fight with certain pests like your squash bugs and stuff. So, and with zucchini and squash, they only need about anywhere from 45 to 60 days from start to finish. So I'm pretty sure I might try to throw maybe a couple of seeds in out there as well. Or I might store another set of seed behind these even in the same container. Because what'll happen is these will get big enough, they'll probably die off, and it'll be time for me to replace them. But there's the little small garden that I was telling you all about and stuff. And we're going to just have to get out here and do some serious work. And I do have a little bitty cherry tomatoes, snackable tomatoes. I have some mortar peppers, and you can see the greens are doing. But this is where that one container landed. And I said, and you can see how strong the winds were. Look at how I just knocked everything over. But I said, the thing is, we're still going through the rain. There's some carrots. I've been harvesting plenty of carrots from there. But I hope that you have enjoyed this little walkthrough. And I still have bees over there going to town and stuff. I don't know if we can zoom in and catch a few of them. But I still have, things to do and everything. And grant you, your garden is always a work in progress. And some years is more successful than others. And that's okay. You just learn from each year. You do what you do. You get what you get. And be thankful for what you do get. And sometimes be thankful for what you don't get. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video with me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content. If you have a comment, be sure to leave it. Just please make it pleasant. But anywho, I look forward to talking to you on the next video. All right. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Bye-bye.